Hi Refreshers, Nicole Lauren from Refresh and Style. So we're about to have a pantry party today. I am going to dive into this pantry and declutter and organize it. But today is all about products. I'm going to show you my top favorite picks that you guys can order to make your pantry refreshed as well. Stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to share my #1 organizing tip for the pantry. And if you guys are new to my channel, I'd love it if you hit that red subscribe button so you guys never miss out on my decluttering and organizing journey. Let's dive in and see what products you guys need to buy to make your pantry refreshed. #1 on the list that you have to buy to organize your pantry space has got to be containers. So I actually love to use a company called Chef's Path. This is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna wanna get some that are cereal containers, and then you're gonna wanna get these. These are multi-size containers. They are amazing. They are plastic. They come with snap-on lids. I like to use these much more than the ones that have the push-top lids, because when you use the push-top lids, you can't put food in like the first 3 inches. These ones snap on just like this, super easy, and they're airtight. They also come with scoopers for your product, and they also come with labels and a chalk pen. So this is gonna be for items that, like your goldfish, your pretzels, your pastas, all of the nuts. They come in small ones. We have all different sizes, and then you're actually going to put your cereal boxes, empty those in the cereal containers. Anytime we have large amounts of packaged snacks, you wanna get all the boxes out. You're gonna see me toss everything out of these boxes and put them in bins. You can label them. Some people are sometimes worried about the expiration date. If you guys are worried about throwing away the boxes and not knowing how long it's gonna stay good for, just put a piece of tape on the bottom and here, and then you can put that expiration date on there. You can peel it off. You can always make a new one, or some people actually put the expiration right on the label with their product. Next product that you guys have to get for your pantry success has got to be bins or baskets. So the containers are gonna be good for emptying all of those boxed products into things. There's gonna be some stuff that stays in containers, and I understand that. You're gonna have, you know, those rice packets. You're gonna have the olive oils. You're gonna have, what else have we got in here? Marshmallows. You're gonna have some stuff, the peanut butter, that doesn't have to be emptied into those plastic containers. You're gonna wanna get yourself some bins. I have 2 favorites. I'm gonna link these below as well. So these are my all-time favorite. You can order these on Amazon. You can get them at IKEA or the Container Store. I love getting plastic ones. You can wipe them out. In areas like the pantry, bathroom, underneath sinks, you're gonna have spills. You're gonna want easy cleanup. So you can just wash these out with a paper towel or a face cloth. These ones, I love how they actually dip in the front here so you can see the product that's inside. Chalk labels stick perfect here, and I love that they have handles. So you can actually put them in your pantry this way, or you can put them this way. I also have these that are a favorite of mine, clear. So it just depends if you want white or clear. We're gonna do a combo in this house, so we got both of them. But if you guys like all clear, we can order the clear. If you guys like the white, we can order the white. But you're gonna wanna have a balance of your containers that you empty stuff into, and then bins that you put product in. Next on the list has got to be Lazy Susans. There's a bunch of different styles that you can actually purchase. I'm gonna show you my favorite ones that we have here. We're gonna use a combo of different ones. But you guys, if you have a personal preference or if you have a certain space that you can only have a certain level, then obviously go with what fits in your pantry, but I'm gonna show you what you use these for. So a lot of times we have different canned foods, we have different condiments, we have ketchups, we have peanut butters, we have spices. So these can be used for so many different things. So this is the first Lazy Susan that you guys see all over. I will drop the link for these as well. But as you can see in the picture, they have condiments here. This is great to put those ketchups and mustards on. You can also put spices on here, canned foods if you don't have a lot. It just take an assessment of your products and see what makes the most sense if you're gonna need to put those items in a bin or if it's gonna make sense for a Lazy Susan. So these ones are really cheap. You can find these anywhere. I'll put the links below as well. But there's this style. There is also this one here that comes up. So this one actually holds stuff a little bit deeper. Sometimes this is better for items that you might not want to fall right off if it's glass, so then you have this edge here so you can feel safe that those won't fall. And then we also have these ones here that are actually 2 level. So these ones are really great because you can stack if you have a smaller space that you're needing to save space in. And then if you don't want to use the Lazy Susans for spices or canned foods, another option is this. I love these that actually extend. So these ones you can use for a small space, or it actually doubles in size. I'll put the link to this as well, but this is great to stack those spices, canned foods, even some condiments in some pantries. You can have the flexibility to use these products for whatever works in your spaces. But make sure you have a combination of these so you can have pantry success. One thing that everyone usually skips over when doing a pantry is you've got all those gravy packets or all those guacamole dip packets or little spice packets of stuff. They end up falling through the lines on your cabinets. They end up not having any organization. They don't fit really well in a basket because they end up getting lost. I usually tell clients to get something like this. You can actually stand those packets up right in here. You can also use this for under the sink for sponges. You can use these for those pods in the laundry room. You can also use these for like little snack packs. So if your kids have those crackers or cookies. So this can be used for so many different spaces. Depending how deep your cabinets, your drawers are, you can actually put this in a drawer too if you have extra deep cabinets. If you have those junk drawer cabinets and you're not sure what to do with, these are so cheap and they're so flexible. They come with long ones like this, and then they also come with small ones. You can arrange these in different patterns, but these are great for junk drawers because they wipe out clean, they are clear, and it's gonna literally make a mess organized. So when you empty all of your stuff in all those bins in your pantry, you're gonna wanna get labels. So the Chef Path ones actually come with their own labels. We got a few more because we have the white and the clear bins that we might wanna label as well, and some stuff for underneath the sink. So we did order some separate labels. I like the ones that are kind of different shapes. Kind of like this, it kind of gives some character, but they do have all circle, they do have all square, they have all rectangle, so whatever you like. I do recommend your chalk pen. Usually when you order some kind of labels, or even in the Chef Path package, it comes with a chalk pen. You wanna have these because they actually stay, like the writing stays longer on these labels, and so it's smudge proof and you can read it clearer. If you're just gonna use a regular chalk, it comes out all chalky, it's gonna be messy, and it actually erases so much easier. So make sure you get yourself some good labels and a good chalk pen. I will link these below. And then these are also great for underneath your kitchen sinks. So depending on your space and what you actually need to store under the sinks, those white bins are amazing to use, but we actually got these because we have a little bit more and some different product to organize underneath the sink. So this is actually by the brand Made Smart. I've used them a few times before, and this is actually a stackable pull-out drawer. So it's just like this, and you can actually pull this out so you have a bottom drawer, and then you pull this out and you have the top drawer, and then it also has dividers that come with them. So you can actually put the dividers right in here and separate the stuff that you store. I absolutely love this for laundry room, underneath the kitchen sink, underneath the bathroom sink. You can even do a row in your pantry of stuff like this if you want this look, or if you have certain things like that. This is great for like cleaning products, sponges. I've used this in the laundry room before for like pods, dryer sheets. So this is just a great way to keep your stuff organized, and I think it looks super cute as well. I also tell all my clients that you've got to have a refill basket, and what that means is, so you are gonna have all of your containers, all of your cereal bins, all of your baskets in here. You're gonna have some that don't fit in the bins. You're gonna have extras. You're gonna have refills when you go to the grocery store. You don't wanna start to have loose product on all these shelves again. You wanna have some kind of basket where your refills can live. You can have a larger plastic bin. You can have a wicker basket. You can have cloth baskets like this. We've got this here, and it actually came with 2 smaller sizes. We've got a few different options. We might use this here, or we might use this in the playroom, but it's also good for stuff that you have on the bottom of your pantry, like those reusable bags, or maybe you've got some dog food, cat food, treats. So just the stuff that's not gonna fit in your baskets, not what's gonna fit in your containers, not something that goes on your lazy Susan. You're gonna wanna have a larger basket that goes right on the bottom for all those extras and your refills. So I am actually going to dive in and organize this pantry. Here are some tips on how to organize your space once we've already gone over all the products and you've already ordered them and they've already come in. So you guys hear me preach it all the time. If you guys watch my channel, everything needs to come out of your spaces to see what's gonna go back in. Pantries, they always have a bag for expired foods. You guys are gonna say, but we go through our foods so much, there's nothing expired. You're gonna have something expired. When you take everything out, you never know what's been hiding way in the back or way on that bottom shelf. So make sure you prepare yourself with a trash bag that is going to be for your expired foods. Take everything out. As you take the stuff out, put categories on the counter, on the floor. It doesn't need to be neat. You're gonna make a mess before you make your magic. So take everything out, start to categorize as you take it out, and then we're going to figure out how it's gonna go back in and be refreshed. I actually have 2 amazing assistants that are helping me transform this pantry. What's something that you guys wanna have in your pantry?
A place for my snacks.
Snacks? You want a place to hold your snacks?
Yes.
Yeah? Shake your snacks. Snack time, snack time. We are gonna have a place that they can find their snacks, and it's gonna be organized, and then you guys can eat the snacks that you want, right? All right, let's dive into this pantry and give them a snack area. Don't be afraid when you take your stuff out that there's a mess. It is not supposed to be magical yet, but as you can see, we have our pastas and our rices. We have our canned foods. We have our condiments, we have our baking, and we have our snacks. So then it gives us a big overview of what's gonna go back in and how we should organize it. Now that I have our categories on the floor, I'm gonna go through and weed out what's expired. I already saw some as they were coming out. I love Husky bags. You guys hear me preach it all the time if you are addicted to my channel. I love these bags because they are heavy duty. I like to pile my bags really high because I just love to just pile it all in and it just saves time, and I don't like to waste bag half full. The other bags that I've tried were a lot thinner. I would drag them. Sometimes they're too heavy to lift, right? If I drag them or if I overfill them, they would rip and then we have a bigger mess. These I can literally pile to the very tippy top. I can drag them out to the trash or drag them to the donations in my car. They are a must-have. So these you can actually order online. I will drop the link for these bags as well. We're about to throw away all of the expired goods. So this is something that I find in the pantry all the time, and I actually recommend that you don't put it back in the pantry to store it there, and this is medicine. So I usually say if you have a cabinet up high in the kitchen to store it up there, or if you have a bathroom that has the space either under the cabinet in the bathroom if you need to put a childproof lock, or up in the medicine cabinet, or even sometimes you guys have a special closet or something that we can put some baskets in. I just like to have maximum space in the pantry for your food. So I suggest taking these out. I also suggest decluttering these, or some of these that are expired, especially the ones that end up on the way bottom. So take those out of the pantry and reassess the spaces in your house to see if you can move this stuff out so you have more room for the food. So as you can see, we only have half of what we started with when it comes to the medicine. It's actually the #1 spot in the house where we find the most expired stuff. Chances are, if you have it in a bin like this, the stuff that's on the bottom, you don't access a lot and you don't use a lot, so it ends up being expired. So make sure you go through those medicine bins, cabinets, drawers. It just ends up being a collection of stuff that you gotta throw away. Another little helpful tip when it comes to organizing that I tell all of my clients is make sure you do a deep declutter before you figure out where you want your items to live. We started out with this bin being full of stuff. When we thought, where else could we put this in the house? We really couldn't think of a place because there wasn't a large enough space in the bathroom. We did a deep declutter of this, and we have half of the amount of products that we started with. So now we realize that we can put this stuff in the bathroom. So always declutter first before you find out where your stuff's gonna live. After you've taken everything out and you've categorized it and we know what we're keeping, you've already gotten rid of all the expired stuff, you wanna put your organizing products in the pantry. So empty. So you wanna be sure you grab your bins, you grab those labels, you grab the containers, you grab your Lazy Susans, kind of figure out where you're gonna put everything, where you're gonna set it up, and then you can add the product in there. It's a lot easier than filling it up with the product and having to move everything around. Also, don't be afraid to move stuff around. Once I get stuff in the pantry and then I do put the product in there, sometimes I'm like, this looks better on the top shelf, this looks better on the bottom. So it's not set in stone, but just to give you an idea of the products you have and then the products that you need to fill these with, set your pantry up for success with the empty containers, and then the fun part, you get to put everything back in. So I've set my bins up at the bottom and I put these Lazy Susans here, and I'm thinking that on this side we're gonna put our containers, but I have some wiggle room. You can always move stuff around. A good way to maximize these corner spaces, which can sometimes be wasted spaces, is to put your Lazy Susans here in the corner. So I have one on the bottom and I have one on the top, and I'm gonna see once I pull my product in here how that works and balances out. But the Lazy Susans are a great way to keep those corners being useful, and these I actually love to put on the top shelves here because they have the lip. One of my #1 tips I love to tell people is organize your bins like a vending machine. I tell this with people in the bathroom and especially in the pantry, and what I mean by this is, see how all of our mustards go straight back. All of our barbecue sauces go straight back. If she had another ketchup, it can go straight back. If you need to use this for other products because you need more space, go ahead and do so. But if you have the room and the space to do a vending machine, this makes sure you never overbuy. She doesn't need more mustard. She doesn't need any more barbecue sauce. So this is an inventory, and it's just like a vending machine. You take one out, you pull the other ones forward, and then you can put the new ones behind it. This makes sure that the expiration date is always in order as well, and it's just a really great way to organize your stuff and keep a good inventory. Number one rule in the pantry, take everything out of the boxes. Boxes aren't needed. We're either gonna fill them in the bins behind me, like I just made those snack bins right there, or they're gonna go in the jars with the lids labeled. All the boxes and bags need to go away. So when it comes to labeling your stuff, I recommend keeping it super simple, super general. So when you've got like 4 different things of cereal, you can obviously see what kind of cereal's in there. Just put cereal. Otherwise, you're gonna be erasing your labels all the time. If you have like Honey Nut Cheerios and regular Cheerios and you can't tell the difference, then you can get a little specific. The only thing I suggest, obviously, instead of just putting nuts, if you really can't tell the difference, like these are walnuts, these are pecans, you can obviously put that. Or if you guys think your family can tell the difference, again, just keep it general. The only reason I say that is because you don't wanna have to keep up with something extra. So the more simple and the more vague it is, the more you're gonna keep up with it. Here is our refreshed pantry space. We have our labels, we have our containers, we have our bins, and we have our refills on the bottom. So these are the containers that we use. We filled them with cereal. Again, I kept the labels super general so you don't have to remove them all the time. They have a nice easy pour lid here, and then they also have the snap to keep it fresh. And then we move into our crackers. Again, I didn't get super detailed. I just did crackers, chips, and snacks, so then you can rotate those relatively quickly. And then we have all of our containers here with our snacks, with our nuts, with our raisins. And then up here, we have all of our baking stuff and rice. I use these white bins here labeled for our condiments. So I've got our sweet condiments here. We've got our pastas and our rices, our dips and our dressings, our condiments, and it is definitely okay to have a miscellaneous. If you guys have kiddos, I definitely recommend having snack bins. These are for the packaged snacks. They can just grab them and go. We've got some candy in this one, some popcorn, and then some stuff for their lunches. So this is accessible and easy for them to be independent, and it stores packaged snacks great. Down here at the bottom is the refill bin that I said you guys need to have, so you can fill your jars that are on the top. Down here we've got oils that didn't quite fit because they were too tall for the shelf. And then we've also got some refills down here for all the condiments and rices. We were able to use these spin Lazy Susans in the corner so we can maximize all the corner spaces and have a place for all of the canned foods and gravies. On the top, I have the baking stuff and the chocolates and sprinkles just because it's not as actively used, so you want to put those items on the top. Again, guys, remember that all of these products shown in this video can be ordered directly from Amazon. Check those descriptions below, click the link, order yours today, and get refreshed and have your pantry party. Those of you that stay tuned to the very end, I told you I was going to share my top organizing tip with you guys, and I think you've been doing it all wrong. So listen to me loud and clear. You want to make sure that you organize based on your space, not your stuff. I'm gonna say it again. Make sure you have your organizing space, your organizing vision based on the space that you have, not your stuff. So just like when we had that medicine bin, we had double the amount of stuff we were gonna keep because we didn't realize what was expired. You're gonna wanna do a deep declutter so you have a realistic inventory of the stuff you need to organize. Figure out where that stuff needs to live. We all buy these big houses. We have these huge walk-in closets, we have these huge pantries, we have these huge spaces, and we literally say, we don't have enough space for our stuff. Stop letting your stuff control you and let your spaces take control. If you organize based on your space and not your stuff, you're gonna see that you actually have the room and you're gonna be able to keep it minimal and organized. We wrapped up that pantry party. The kids were all coming home and there was a little bit of noise, so I figured I would wrap up in the car. I hope you guys enjoyed all of my pantry tips and tricks, and I hope that you guys are inspired to organize and declutter your own pantry and have that party, because once you have that area in your home refreshed, it is so easy to stay up on. Everything is labeled, everything has a bin, you have your refill basket, and honestly, it's gonna save you time and money. It's gonna save you money because you're not gonna buy all that stuff at the grocery store that you don't need, because you're gonna see the inventory that you actually have. It's gonna save you time because you're gonna be able to find things when you actually need them instead of digging and moving everything around. If you did not already, make sure you hit that red subscribe button to my channel, ring that bell so you guys never miss a beat or a basket or a pantry party, and I will see you guys next time. I love you. Bye, guys.